keeping an eye out.
Hello, my Vikings. On the last episode of Pillars of Eternity, we discovered that we're traveling. Our character is traveling in a caravan, and a tree fell, and we're not going anywhere tonight. And even if we could, my character is sick with the rumbling rot, which is, I guess, some kind of intestinal illness, and we have to go look for a berry to fix it. But we have to beware of a Baiawic, which is a wind that is comprised of spirits or something, and it can rip your soul out of your body and tear flesh from bone, and it's just all around nasty. So let's go find those berries.
As you wish.
Why are we in stealth? Let's talk to people around the camp first. Carabiner. Most of the people you encounter in the world are neutral or friendly. You can interact with them by clicking on their selection circle. Many characters will simply greet you and go on their way, but others will have larger conversations to explore. The merchant, Hoden, has a conversation that opens a store with equipment for sale. Cool. Where's Hoden? There he is.
Anyone need supply?
You see a man wearing a simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by a ragged tear in the seam of his tunic.
Brought a whole wagon full of goods to sell, but not enough shirts for the road.
He scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble, as if he hasn't quite gotten used to shaving on the road.
Say, is there anything you need? I've got some basic traveling supplies for sale, if you'd like to take a look.
Who are you?
I'm a trader, originally from the Adir Empire, but I've been trying to establish new business out here. Life on the road has brought some unexpected challenges, to be sure. And I'm sure you've noticed how prickly the locals can be. But we're here to make the most of things, right?
We might as well try. My thoughts exactly.
Something else you need? Looks like we're settled for the night.
Tell me about the Adir Empire.
It's not as big as it used to be, but it's still big. The mainland is a continent northwest of here, but the colonies used to include Raed Saris and the Deerwood. About 150 years ago, Deerwood won its independence from the Empire, a fact our companions are quick to remind me of.
He gives you a lopsided grin and nods at the other scattered caravanners. Why'd you move all the way out here?
Because it seemed friendlier than Raed Saris? My brothers took over the family mercantile business a few years ago, and there wasn't enough for me to do back home. I moved out to try and expand.
He shrugs. Deerwood is a former Adir colony, so it seemed like a good place to start. And as much as I admire their Red Syrians' work ethic, they've always struck me as a little fanatical. Seems like you got the short end of the stick. I don't see it that way. Odin begins restacking the crates in his wagon. My brothers and I are still working together for the sake of the family enterprise. You now have one rank in a disposition reputation. These reputations represent how people perceive your personality throughout the world. Even seemingly nasty reputations will be favored by some people, and benign reputations often bring out the worst in certain people. No disposition is inherently good or bad in Pillars of Eternity, but if your main character is a priest or paladin, you must be careful not to misalign their dispositions with what is favored by their deity and order, respectively. For the main character only, their dispositions will modify the effects of the holy radiance for priests, and faith and conviction for paladins. Well, we're not playing a priest or paladin, but we may get one later. Let's see what you got. Stores allow you to trade and sell your items for copper pieces, or items in the store's inventory. Merchants buy items from you at a greatly reduced price. If you sell something, you may see it appear in a store's inventory with a much higher cost. Stores periodically refresh their inventories. So, what do we have? Hold on, let's see what we're equipped with, if anything. Inventory. Poleaxe, two-handed, speed, slow, interrupt. 0.75 seconds, strong. Damage 16 to 23 slash and crush damage, accuracy versus deflection. This versatile poleaxe is a powerful and flexible weapon and can deal devastating blows even against a fully armored opponent. Its straight-bladed axe head is opposed by a hammer, allowing the wielder to switch between different damage types as circumstances require. Cool. Okay. And I am wearing mail armor, or, well, chainmail. She is wearing scale armor. Well, what's my stats? 284, 57, defenses, 30 days. Okay. Here's her. I can't tell what class she is, if it says anywhere. AI behavior, none. Oh, okay, she's a first level fighter. She's wielding a battle axe and a torch. Excuse me, I have a cold. Okay, so...
Something else you need? Looks like we're...
Let's see if I can get any better armor. Leather armor, padded armor. Wait, my current armor does 9 DR. Actually, she needs the better armor.
Something else you need? Looks like...
Ooh, 300. Oh, I don't have that much. I only have 100, so I can't buy any of this. Nope. Can't buy anything. Well... Nope. I can't buy a single... Didn't have anything worth it. He was just a tutorial merchant. Cool. Let's talk to Caravan Master Odin.
Go on then, before it gets too dark.
These tall glass green pillars appear as if they have sprouted from the earth. The flickering fire sets shadows dancing within. Where am I supposed to go? Oh, well. Very helpful. And I guess we just go travel south and explore. Oh, that's better. What's over here? Look like ruins. This is where they're keeping the horses. Horse. The horse does not speak. Fallen tree doesn't budge, except oozes from the jagged wound in its
Not
trunk.
looking forward to trying to lift that thing tomorrow.
Yeah. don't know, tie some rope around the horses and roll it out of the way. Don't necessarily have to lift it. Exploration is key in Pillars of Eternity. As you make your way through the Eastern Reach, open the area map to see what parts of the map you've already been to, and what's left to explore. Map. Oh, okay, so we gotta go this way. You don't own the stronghold yet. Okay, I didn't realize I clicked on that. There you are. Sparkle.
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
But I'm dying. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the rumbling rot. Reason I'm looking for those berries is so that I can make a tea from it to cure my ailment. And then I have to drink water, or else I'll be dead in a day. And this guy is not being very helpful.
There's a grove nearby. Ought to have what you're looking for.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
Pillars of Eternity combat uses a pausable real-time system. Because you will often manage more than one character at a time, it's a good idea to pause the game, issue orders, and resume real-time to see the orders play out. The options menu also contains many choices for automatic pausing when certain conditions are met. Ergo, the start of combat. Let's move up and... looks like we're fighting a young wolf. Yeah, we can handle a young wolf without any skills. One of your characters has been engaged in melee. When characters are engaged, they immediately stop moving. If they move again, they'll provoke a disengagement attack, or as I like to call it, an attack of opportunity, because that's what it is in D&D, Dungeons & Dragons. From your enemies engaging them. Your characters will also automatically engage enemies when they initiate attacks against them with melee weapons. All characters in the game, for Nympho, have 4 primary defenses against attacks: Deflection, Fortitude, Reflex, and Will. These defenses are based on the character's attributes, level, items, and other effects. Accuracy is compared to the appropriate defenses when an attack is made. If accuracy is above the targeted defense, the attack is more likely to result in a critical hit.
No!
When a party member takes damage, they will start to lose endurance and health. Their portrait will begin to fill a red overlay with health bar. To the left of their portrait will slowly start to decrease. When the portrait fills entirely red, the character will be knocked out. Potions and spells can be used to restore endurance to keep the characters in the fight, but health can only be restored by resting. We found a wolf pelt. And what exactly is...
As you wish.
That looks like a... that's a gored deer. Hey, what's this?
This is it.
As you receive quests, your journal will update with relevant information. If you ever get stuck, open it up to review your notes. Dissident. I got it on good authority you're some kind of troublemaker. Or at least you were in your old life. For some I was. I fought for a rebellion. Yeah? How does it happen you came here? You happened to come here? We won the war. But the new government, the one we bled for, ended up being much worse. We could do that, or I could be exiled. I feel stronger about winning the war, but the government's being worse. I know what that feels like. You really can't trust anyone, can you? Caliska breathes in her surroundings. Been a long time since I've been this way. But I always did like it. Lord Raederic's offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You here to settle like the rest of the lot? I haven't given it much thought. No harm in that. Might as well see the place first. So you must have some other plan in mind for coming this way. Getting into trouble, I expect. Huh, you've come to the right country. This whole place is crawling with troublemakers. It's a point of pride for them. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. Odema will give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Why are you here? Caliska sighs unevenly. Her eyes search the ground at her feet. My sister moved out here some time back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried, but that's how she always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out, and that's got me a little worried. I haven't seen her in ages. She's doing guide work in Examital. But I'd do anything for her. She's a much better woman than me. So I'm here and we'll see. Tell me about yourself. I've got simple needs. I like open skies and far horizons. I find work that lets me live that way. My family wanders too. We started in Deerwood, but my parents ended up in the Living Lands. I've got a brother in Rutai and another in Adir. My sister in Gilded Vale. She's the only real homebody. What can you tell me about Deerwood? I'm not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be part of the Adir Empire. Broke off after a war some years back. The locals here are feisty, and that's how they like it. I've been out of touch, but I've been hearing weird kinds of things about it lately. People having trouble giving birth, I guess. A lot of them. Been going on for years now. But somehow it's getting worse. With an uneasy tremor in her voice, she adds, I'll have to ask my sister more about it. Alright, let's get back to camp. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath if that Sparfle's getting your... I wouldn't hold my breath that Sparfle's getting you water anytime soon. He does what he feels like, and when he feels like it. We should check out Palname first. Slap him around a little. Stream's just down that way. Come on, let's get you your water. Cool, we found the berries. Caliska, you coming?
What is it?
Hey, Sparfle's gone. I guess he did go to get my water. Maybe he's not an arse after all. I hear water.
Went hunting. At least you left the water skins. Come on.
Use the tab key to highlight interactive objects in the environment. You crouch at the riverbank. You dip your water skin into the cool water while Caliska waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look up sharply towards the tree line. Out of the trees emerges Sparfle, one of the guys, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there is a strangeness to his gait, his stride wobbly as he moves toward you with labored breath.
Sparfle? Are you alright?
Sparfle's toe catches on a rock, and he collapses forward in a heap, the feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag.
Ambush!
Ah. Alright, Kliska. You can knock him down. And then attack. Nope, no. Knock him down. And knock him down.
What you
Go.
need?
Many spells and ability in Pillars of Eternity have a limited number of uses. An ability that can be used a number of times per encounter will have all of its uses restored when combat ends. Abilities that can be used a number of times per rest will only be restored when you rest in an inn or use camping supplies. Cool. Kliska, come help me. Or, well, thanks for the help.
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
Let's see what he's got. A hunting bow. And hide armor. And he's got... oh, copper. Cancel. Select all.
As you wish.
Knock him down. And you smack him. Let's go. Knock him down. Thank you. Sometimes a weapon or spell simply isn't well suited to penetrating an enemy's damage reduction. When the attack hits, the DR will wipe out all but a single percentage of the incoming damage. You'll hear your character complain about it when that happens. Take heed, note the damage type that's being blocked, and switch to a weapon or spell that does different damage type. He did. Cool. I'll take this. Thank you.
As you wish.
Oh. Oh no. Everyone's dead. All around you lie the massacred remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed with bug-eyed and filthy. Kliska puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward away some poisonous vapor. A handful of dark figures stands above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from the bodies as if half from split logs. One of them, towering and severe with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of the man you recognize as Heodin, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. Hey, I can use my lore. The ruin has not been sullied by our hands, men of Ergilant. Your words carry no weight when I see the truth with my own eyes. Blood must be paid for this intrusion. So I say again, lay down your arms. Don't trust them. They mean to kill us all. Only a fool attacks a weak enemy while a stronger one yet lives. The man considers this, looking you up and down. Yet. He shoves Hayden towards you, and as he does so, the man rakes his blade against Hayden's torso. Hayden screams and stumbles forward, a wide gash in his clothing beginning to bloom crimson. The man sets his feet to engage you, his axe raised high. Ooh, he's got bruised ribs. I have a strange illness, and... Oh yeah, I never did make that tea. Oh well. You can... Blinding Strike. No, Blinding Strike, thank you. You can knock him down. Let's save Hayden. And you knock him down.
How can I help?
Cool. You scored a crit. A crit is a better result than a hit, and they are more likely to occur when the attack's accuracy is higher than the target's defense. Attacks that do damage will do more damage on a crit. Attacks that inflict status effects or afflictions will have increased duration on a critical hit. Grazes are worse than hits and suffer decreased damage and effect durations. So we have 3 attack tiers: deflect, hit, and crit. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companions are now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath this choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back and he closes them. Good. Good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you feels as though it is rending you apart from within. Seated against a wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom, slashed across chest and bowel, Onema's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head. His eyes barely open, he looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
Oh. What is happening here? Straining against a gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands in the warm folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With a last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Hayden trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers, who had been feigning death, lunges for Hayden and topples him onto the rocky ground. Restrained, Hayden lashes out against his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you, despite the wind from your position. If you were to throw your weapon at the attacker, you would have a good chance of hitting your mark. Throw a weapon at the attacker, allow Hayden to break free on his own. I don't leave anything to chance. I'll throw my weapon at him. Your aim is true, and the hit jars Hayden loose. Lurching to his feet, Hayden clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. But diving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it. Securing his other hand, you pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from its socket. They hold just long enough for Hayden to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There's a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest. as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stonage before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. The character sheet and party statistics, including reputations.
Was that?
A Baiawic. Had to be.
Then we're lucky to be alive.
Oh, so that was a Baiawic.
And we're the only ones.
There could be another collapse. We're not getting out that way anyway. Let's get further inside. Can you walk?
Hayden's jaw tightens. He nods. A lower level beneath the ruins have been blocked by fallen rebels.
That should be far enough. But what now?
Storm has to die sometime.
What happened out there? Callista shakes her head. Windstorm. Of the kind they only get here in Arangellum. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. The Galfenthan word is Baiawic. To them, it's the gods' way of reaping the souls of the land that couldn't find their way out. But they'll take a living soul as soon as a dead one. Who attacked us? Lymphanthans. Those be the hut dwellers Odema warned you about. Look to be fangs of Galawain, who are the twitchiest of the lot. They go ruin to ruin looking for fights with colonists. Poor Odema. I think he half expected this, once we lost the main road. The Glenfenthans said we trespassed in their ruins. I don't believe that. Odema would never allow it. But as much as the Fangs are hotheads, Glenfenthans don't attack without being provoked. Either they saw something and got the wrong idea, or she glances down the passage beyond. Or there's looters in here with us. That's not something we need right now. What about everyone else in our caravan? Callista's lips press together and her chin rumples, her face faints. The wheels got the hold of them now. God's grant them better luck in their next lives. You don't seem too upset about all this. Callista looks you in the eye, a volatile current running beneath her voice. Maybe you just don't know me well enough to know what upset looks like. And maybe I've seen worse too. Seen worse and kept on walking, because there's nothing else to be done. Because there's other people you care about who still need you. Let's get going. Hayden takes a step forward and his knee buckles, and before anyone can catch him, he stumbles to the ground, his cheek striking the time-worn cobbles. On an unsteady leg, he claws his way up the wall and back to his feet, but his stance is shaky, like a sailor walking on land after a time at sea.
Could we maybe stay here and rest a few hours? I've lost some blood. It seems quiet off to the left. Might be a place to rest there.
You gain an item. Camping supplies added to inventory. You've discovered some camping supplies. You can use these to rest in the wilderness or dungeons, fully restoring all your character's abilities and health. Excuse me. Easy difficulty allows you to carry more camping supplies, but hard restricts them severely. If you fully run out of camping supplies, try to find an inn. Most have cheap rooms available.
Forward to stay put. Those Glonfathans were riled about something. Could be we got company in here. Looters will be armed and ready to kill, and there's probably a lot of them. We can't be caught sleeping in their beds.
She didn't have full dialogue that's opening. I don't know why. I hate to say this, but we can't afford to stay put, is what she meant to say.
Please, I just need to lie down for a while. Then we can move as fast as you want.
Hey, we are gonna die in here if we don't get moving and get this place figured out before the looters come back. We've either got to find the exit or a damn good place to hide.
We've got to take the risk and let him rest. We need all three of us at full strength.
No offense, but there's people out there I'd much rather die for.
Well, fuck you, Calliska.
Thank you. Thank you.
He said up here and to the left. Let's camp here. Oh, we can choose camping bonuses. Camping allows your party members to restore lost health and receive a camping bonus. Camping will consume a camping supply. Let's go heal multiplier. Rest. Hidden stretches as he wakes, gingerly probing the gash across his stomach. The fleshes begin to knit together.
By the gods, that's better. I think I'm ready to find a way out.
He sits up and quickly looks around the chamber. She really did leave us. She won't get far unless... He crawls to his knees and begins rummaging through the equipment in mounting desperation. You have lost an item, full water skin. She took my damn water. I'm going to die in a day.
Damn her. She took all our water.
If we hurt her, maybe we can catch her.
Wonder who was here. See if they left anything useful behind.
What's he wielding? Twin daggers. Is he a rogue? Yep, he's a rogue. You can switch to new weapon sets by selecting a weapon icon from an individual character section bar. Cool. I'll take that, and that, and that. What else you got? A shield and a touch. Cool. It's one-handed, but... Oh, wait, no. It's one-handed, but it'll do. Hammer and chisel. Click for details. A simple iron hammer and chisel useful for chipping away at hard surfaces, particularly ones that display structural weakness. Well, that's foreshadowing a bit. I don't think I ever had her leave in my last playthrough. Yeah, let's go this way. A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobbly elbows and thin ribs show through its scaly flesh, but you recognize it as a Zarib. It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. It's okay. I won't hurt you. The Zareb recoils, fingers still wrapped tightly around its spear. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. The creature sniffs around you and finds something of interest, steps back and resumes its defensive posture. Raise your arms and stand still. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. Sniffs around and steps back. Slowly back away. Zarb watches warily as you go. I don't... Can I... Over there. Ah. Nope. I don't want to hurt it. I don't want to hurt it. Okay. Sorry, little buddy. Shield. This does 13 to 18 accuracy and deflection, burst damage. This does pierce damage. 8 deflection. 12 deflection, minus 4 accuracy. Nope. I'll use a small buckler. Can I craft anything? No. Okay. Let's carry on this way then. In Gleason Relief Gem, the gem has been sculpted to look like an eye. Tattered journal. The small folio is torn into several pieces and blood soaked into several of the sheets. One later entry is still legible, however. I can't believe my luck. A few rounds of dice and I've got my hands on a genuine Gwithan artifact. The fellow who said it was a pretty nothing. As far as he's concerned, he's not willing to go digging in some ruins. But he's right about this gem leading to a hidden treasure. Then that's worth sneaking up past a few painted elves. I'll head client's list in the morning, and then it's just a matter of finding this relief he was talking about. Torch. And I think we'll end it there. So until next time, I'm Grungy92 signing off.